All right, Shalom, Maki. All right, before we get started, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors unto the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. I also want to say peace and safety and much love to the elect, laboring around the four corners of the earth, pushing out His word in all truth and sincerity. All right, and Shalom to the sisters. All right, the brothers here from the Atlanta camp, live streaming. Going through the spirit, but me and the brother Abba Baja right here on the end, speaking about idleness in the truth and how idleness, it leaves room for Satan to creep into your mind and get you to go off, and especially in the times that we're living in now, you want to kind of have something to do, man. Whether even if you feel like you read and you watched enough videos. It's like, all right, put something together with the day-to-day life, man. Set little short-term goals, whether it's around your house, whether you want to do something on your car, whether you want to wash the car, go to the park, go for a walk, go work out, exercise, or try to, look into, whatever, But for the most part, you want to be occupied in the spirit. But also, you don't want to be idle when it comes to, how you carrying yourself as well, And that's a very, very important aspect. But it's truth is not being lazy, man, because how about Shema Shai don't deal with a lazy man. That's a demon. Being lazy and being a sluggard is a demon, man. We beat men. You gotta have something to occupy your time with, man.
If I could say too, that part of that spirit too is, as you get older, man, as an Israelite man, you should get up in the morning, man. Get up in the morning. Get your day started. You shouldn't be in this truth. You shouldn't be calling yourself a man of the Lord. And every day, your ass is you just get up at 1, 2 in the afternoon, and that's the start of your day, man. Half the goddamn day is gone, man.
That's that surfer boy dude mentality.
Right. Yeah. We of course, this is not applying to if you're a man that work overnight. Of course, you sleep during the day, you work at night. Right. This is talking about just in general, that spirit of laziness. You don't get up in the morning. You're not eating breakfast. Just typical things that a healthy, productive individual would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a balanced individual, especially being a man of the Lord. But we're gonna get a couple scriptures. And we're gonna go into why this is an important aspect, because America will beat you down to a point to where you won't be motivated. And you don't want to just lounge around and just sit around and not set goals because you think America is going to be destroyed. So I'm going to just do my little piece of whatever, and that's it. Now you got to break out of it, because Most High, Yahweh Shai, is building us up to be rulers of the world. So you're not going to have time to lounge around in the kingdom of heaven. All right? Read what you got right now.
Luke 19.
Yeah, Luke 19.
Luke 19 and start at 12. It says, "It said therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return."
Yeah, and that nobleman is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right? All right, so read it again.
Right, it says, verse 12, "It said therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return."
That's right. So basically, Yahweh Shai is in the spirit world right now. And what is he doing in the spirit world? He's setting this thing up to bring in his kingdom. Because the elect, if we be those men, we're only joint heirs unto his kingdom. Right. So he's been establishing his kingdom as he's been absent in the flesh. All right, so he's going to return, okay, and bring in the guests into that wedding. Okay, continue.
Right. It says, "And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, Occupy till I come."
That's right. And he gave basically those talents, those are those spiritual gifts that Yahweh Shema Shai equipped you to get the job started. All right, in the spirit, whether it's faith, patience, all right, you just on fire, whatever, brotherly love. Each and every brother has a particular gift that Yahweh Shai instilled within their spirit, to where they can get the job started. And as you get the job started, you have to learn more talents. You have to learn more tricks of the trade, so to speak. Right. And how do you do that? All right. The scriptures say, "Gain cometh by trade." Meaning what? You got to be active, man. Yeah. You know, you can't always. You know, you have certain guys that put in a little time, and then they always want to talk about what they did. Right. I went through this and I did this, but then if you look at what they're doing now, it's like, but what are you doing now? You know. And that's how our campaign used to be. He would always, you know, look at what our old campaign, you know, he would always, you know, I went through this and I went through that and I did this and I always kept my Bible and I always did this and did that. But then when you fast forward and you look at him now, present day, it's like, where you at, man? Right. You doing the work? You know, are you doing your videos? Are you on fire in this thing? All right, because he didn't occupy. He didn't take that talent and invest it into the right firm. So it crashed on him, man. And that's why it's important not to be idle in the spirit, man. Because it translates into the flesh. And vice versa, man. All right? If you idle in the flesh, it's gonna translate into the spirit. Right? If you idle in the spirit, it's gonna translate into the flesh. Yeah. All right? It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. Go ahead.
Hey, I got that word occupied in Greek too. But I'm gonna play it. I'm not sure if I was gonna be here.
Strong's G 4231.
All right, that's the word occupy. It says to be occupied in anything, to carry on a business, to carry on the business of a banker or a trader. Now check this out, right? You go down, it says to busy oneself with.
See,
trading, occupied, yeah.
To busy oneself with. All right? You shouldn't be a type of guy that's in this thing and that's just slouched over all goddamn day, relaxing, drinking all day. But you should need if you got a car or something, you need to get on the road, or if you got, you know, some kind of business you need to be tending to or taking care of, or you just pushing that to the side. No, handle what you got to handle, man. That's right. Yeah. You know, you gotta get this faith, man. The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah causes you to get up off your ass. Yeah. Now that's why we have a Sabbath.
Exactly.
That's why we have a Sabbath day, right, to relax and chill. All right. And every other day, man, you really supposed to be occupied and doing something in the spirit first and foremost, whether it's reading, doing a video, or doing some studying on ancient empires.
Yeah, it's always something to do.
There's always something to do, and ain't no excuse for you not to have done something every day for this truth. You can go to work for 8 hours, 5 days a week. All right. But then you mean to tell me you can't take a little bit of your liberty, all right, and do a little reading every day, a video, a quick 8 to 10 minute video? That's impossible, man. The Most High set it up like this so that you wouldn't even be able to make an excuse.
And and then these same men will be the same men that'll get mad at other men that are actually using the time properly, are doing the work, taking care of their family, and have successful businesses and things of that nature because they're being productive. All right? Occupying, part of that, like we went to the definition of it being productive in a business, all right? Right. As being spiritually occupied in the businesses of the Yahweh Shema Shah. That's right. And you need to be taking care of your own minding your own business, man. Yeah. People, I remember years ago, I was reading, and this guy made a quote about the fact about minding your own business. And people will say that, in the world, moms will say that, man, mind your own business, man. And you just take that from the sense of just not gossiping or whatever, or staying out of people's dealings. But also mind your business.
That's right.
Are you? Here it is. It's all this time in the world to take care of shit. Are you doing something to put a few more dollars in your pocket so you can help with brothers in case brothers fall short? Are you doing what you got to do? Be productive, man. We're Israelites. We're not retarded gooks and retarded Edomites. All right. Is not the scripture stated that we have an unction to know all things? Right. If you wanna put a few more dollars in your pocket and you wanna start a car wash, hey, use the Urim and Thummim. Yeah. It's there. Yeah. It's in your hand. Yeah. But that lazy spirit of just sitting on your ass and the Lord coming back in 6 days.
Like we gotta catch hell. I'm just not gonna get a car on the road, and I'm not gonna get my license, and I'm gonna just sit around all day. Man, get a short-term goal, man. Something you want to try to accomplish. Whether it's something, paint a room, or something. You gotta be engaged. And we just saying all this because it always translates into the spirit.
That's right.
Okay? It ain't about the carnality of things, all right? But how you conduct yourselves in the flesh, it translates into the spirit. And then by you being slothful, it'll cause you to be slothful in the spirit, man. Vice versa. You don't want to become slothful because Yahweh Shai is dealing with servants, and servants work, man. So continue where you was at, right?
This is Luke 19:13. It says, and he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds and said unto them, occupy till I come.
And like the brother read, the word occupy, read a couple of definitions again if you got, so got it up.
It says, to be occupied in anything, to carry on a business.
Yeah, to carry on a business. Now, when Yahweh Shai was found teaching in the temple, did he not speak to those people? And he told them that did you not? He told his mother and his father. He said, "Did you not know that I'm about my father's business?" Right. Yahweh Shai is establishing a spiritual business, man. He's giving us spiritual gifts or spiritual starter packs to work on his business and to invest into his business. Because as we invest our spirit into this business, which is the truth, all right, we're going to see gain eventually. And we see a gain now.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure brothers in their own personal lives can see spiritual growth if they really been laboring. It ain't like you can't see that the Yahweh Shai ain't dealing with you to some degree. All right? And that's because we putting out all our marbles in one basket. We literally taking those precious talents and gifts, all right, and we investing it back into the business that he already established. All right? And by us doing so and continuing to labor, all right, we're gonna receive manifold blessings in the kingdom.
I got something for you.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High, and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you.
That's right. And that should be your primal focal point, man. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. The brotherhood. All right? Examining your own spirit to get any malice out your spirit. All right? Any envy, any hatred. All right? Any slothfulness. All right? Anything that's going on within you and yourself, you got to take it upon yourself to purge that as well, because that doesn't mesh with this building that we built, this business that we're building. It doesn't mix. All right, and that's why you got to be about it, like what the brother just read. Set your affections on things above, man. All right, go ahead.
Come, verse 34. Therefore, take no thought for the morrow shall.
And read that other verse again.
Matthew 6:33. Seek ye the kingdom of the heaven. Seek ye the kingdom of the Most High, and his righteousness, and all things shall be added unto you.
That's right. So that should be the thing that's driving you, man. All right, the kingdom of heaven, the blessings that shall come from it. All right, being able to meet Yahweh Shai, wickedness being cast out of the earth. Righteousness being established, all right? No more, no more worrying about a light bill, no more worrying about a cable bill. But before we can even get to these points, we got to work to it, man.
That's right.
We got to work towards it. Okay? You want to speak on that scripture?
No, but I got I did this Google search on 7 long-term productivity habits of the most successful people, and I'm just gonna go to this one part. Number 2, and it says they get up early, and it says it may not surprise you to learn that common theme among the most productive people is that they're early risers. Andrew Noel, CEO of PepsiCo, and Jeff Imled, if I'm saying the names correctly, the CEO of GE, are 2 productive people who believe that getting up early gives them a head start on the day, allowing them to get important tasks accomplished before doing the battle with inevitable parades and distractions that come their way later in the morning. Apple Inc. CEO Tim Cook is known to start his day by 4:30 a.m. in order to send out emails before the morning crush. And see, for a lot of you men that complain about, you don't have time in the day to do lessons and do things of that nature, hey man, there's hours between midnight and 5 o'clock where there's a lot of shit not going on, man. Yeah. So there's no excuse, man. Productivity, like we're saying, a man that's productive within himself, carnality, is always going to be spiritually productive because they go hand in hand. Right now, not always. Let me not say that not always, because some men they don't reach the proper balance. But the key is when you reach that balance, you're gonna be productive. You're gonna get up early. You're gonna get your mind right in the day. You might be able to get up early, send some prayers up while the earth is still quiet. Right. Get your mind right, meditate, and go do your job, do your work. But like I said, there's no space. That whole niggard spirit of staying up all night playing video games and fucking around, and then sleeping the whole morning away to get up at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, to not do nothing. That's not the way of the Israelite man. All right, this way of living is actual demon. It's an actual demon because this way of living is actually off, man. In the ancient world, men didn't wake up at no goddamn 10, 11.
You had men like Hosea that were herdsmen.
Amos.
Yeah, Amos, You had Paul. You got a man,
Peter and then there were fishermen.
Yeah, you got a man. Yahushua was a carpenter.
Carpenters get up early.
You got to. Yeah. And that's all trend. And the reason why we not, we speaking on the physical because the physical aspect is very important as well. All right. Even though we don't walk in the flesh. All right. We walk in the spirit. But we in the fleshly realm, so you got to carry yourself accordingly, man. All right, you gotta be, you gotta be a motivated individual, man.
That's right.
Because if not, then doubt sneaks in there. You start facing doubt, and when you have doubt, you don't want to do shit. You ain't motivated to get up off your ass and do a video. You'll watch 2 hours, 3 hours of videos, but you won't do one. Right. Sometimes the spirit should hit you some point where he's like, I need to do it quick. Let me read something. Let me get some stuff straightened up. Let me get my stuff in order, man. Yahushua deals with order, man. He don't deal with chaos.
That's right.
Stuff all out of place in your life. Yeah. And, you ain't trying to correct it. You're slothful in the truth. You're not fervent in spirit. All right, the Most High Yahushua ain't dealing with that, man. All right, did you have any more on that album?
I got another one I put up.
After that, we're gonna get some more precepts.
Yeah, come. This is another article from the Huff Post about this being idle. It says, as the saying goes, an idle mind is the devil's playground. Anyone with too much time on their hand may find themselves in hot, troubling water. People who tend to be bored may also be wary or restless because of lack of any personal interest. They are bored with themselves, their job, and life. Boredom, and we'll always say this, in the spirit, we're living in, what did Morpheus say on Matrix? We're living in, how's the saying go? We're living in wonderful times or marvelous times. But however it goes, in a sense, how do you say? It's like sometimes, you know what I'm trying to say. But the point of it all is that we're living in wonderful times. A lot of things are happening in the spirit. There isn't really no time to be bored. Yeah. All right?
It's a lot you can do, man.
It's a lot you can do.
Yeah. Yahushua said, occupy till I come. And he said what? Work while it's day, before night comes.
That's right. And I'm going to skip down to the last sentence. And it says, this kind of boredom can ultimately lead to an antisocial, destructive path towards addiction. All right, these articles about addiction, but the point of it all is that that's true. Boredom. When you got the idle time, now you don't want to get up with brothers. Now you don't want to do things, and the next thing you know, matter of fact, I got a scripture. I get a scripture. Somebody want to say something.
I got
Yeah, I Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. Okay. It said, by much slothfulness the building decayed, and through idleness of the hands the house dropped through. Yeah, because if you know when you a person that work, with that again, when you a person that works on houses, they tell you every year in the world that, let's say you got a $100,000 house, right? They tell you that every year you should invest at least 10% of the value of your house back into your house. All right. So if you got a $100,000 house, every year you should spend at least $10,000 in maintenance.
Yeah, because this thing is about sustaining, man.
Right.
It's not about trying to, like I was talking to the brother talking on the way. It's not about like setting goals and trying to do things, the way you want to just do and always get better. You do always want to get better, but it's in the spirit. You gotta get better in the spirit of your how about you. That's the main thing, man. You gotta keep your mind on this. That's what's gonna make you compelled to do a video. Right. You know what I'm saying? To you better re-upload another video because you watched it and you want to keep pushing, keep exalting the name of your how about you. Keep doing the work in the right way. Mm-hmm. So when you slothful, the building decay. Because constantly this is a building thing, man. We're working, we're servants for the Most High. So you should feel some type of way, and I feel exactly what the brother I was trying to say, because when you get up, that sometimes we all in indulge sort of speak like you drink yayan because we here, we in Babylon. Right. But sometimes I take breaks and I just have water because it helps me wake up earlier. And I'm up at like 5:30. Sometimes before then, you just brother was saying, you can pray. You can meditate, hopefully if you're around your woman, she's asleep, you get some time alone just to be, build your relationship with the Most High, and work out, make sure you eat the right things. All that is part of it. All that is building your mind up. You gotta feed your body the right things. You gotta purge certain things out. A lot of people in America, they're very slothful, man. They sit on the couch, they're lazy, their diets are all fucked up.
And then it leads to your attitude being fucked up.
Yeah.
You being unmotivated, and then you rubbing off on the brother that's around you.
Right.
Being unmotivated not to do shit, man, but just be a damn couch potato, man.
Right.
I got something real quick. Yeah. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 6. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand. But thou knowest not whether shall prosper. So hey, we know that you're gonna encounter barricades and you're gonna be swimming in deep waters in Babylon. You're gonna go through things. All right, there's one thing. What are you doing to try to get yourself out of it, man? To try to sustain yourself, to maintain your faith, and you still trying to maneuver through these this quicksand. That's just like if you're drowning, right? If you're drowning, what are you gonna do? In everything in your body, you're going to be trying to figure out how to swim. Are you just going to sit there and just, I'm drowning, I'm just go ahead and sink all the way down to the bottom? You're going to be moving around, you're going to be trying to, swim to the top, man. So that's why you got to work your work.
If I can say, what does swimming require you to do? Balance, man. You gotta think, and you gotta use the water that you have with the water that we have is the word. You gotta use that to get yourself buoyancy so you can stay afloat, so you can get air, so you can stay. So you gotta stay, fully swimming and moving. It's a full body movement. When you actually do swimming, man, that's a good workout.
Yeah.
Straight how we in this flesh, so it all goes hand in hand, and that helps build your spirit.
Yeah. It all helps. It all helps to spiritually build yourself and to be able to sustain yourself for the great and notable thing. Because if you're a couch potato, that's a form of dependency, man.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. When you're inconvenienced, all right, when you're out of the normal comfort zone, you go automatically into a panic, man. Mm-hmm. Because you were dependent, on that normal state of life. But the Lord said you got to get out, and work is always is always sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Work is not always desired.
Right.
But it has to be done.
We're in slavery, man.
Right. And that's in this, and when I'm speaking about that in spiritual terms too. You know, that's why you gotta, you might have to, like the brother Abba said, man. Sometimes you might wake up out the middle of your sleep, man. You got something on your mind. You may have to throw a video up there, possibly. Other brothers did it. You know, I've woken up out of my sleep and and just start cutting on videos and reading precepts. This is all the stuff that's necessary that has to get done. You gotta have that work first mentality, man.
I can't bring this apart.
Let me just finish this up real quick. It says, "For thou knowest not whether shall prosper, either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good." So if you just going through your hell and you're not trying to get out of that, it's like how you even think you're gonna see anything good. And all you gotta do is just show a little effort, man, in the spirit. When you're going through a low, just show some effort, man, that you're trying to dig out of that pit. And Yahweh Shema can bring a blessing to you like that. But you gotta show it, and you gotta show it through what? Through your works. Your faith is declared through your works, not through your mouth.
Because it's the same spirit, man. It's the same spirit that demonic spirit on men. They don't want to put spiritual work in, and they want all the riches of the kingdom to come their way. Yeah. And then on the carnal side, they just want to trip up and actually be pushed into a room full of cash and think that that's how they're gonna have some money to themselves. And that's not how it don't work. It don't work on the left. It don't work in the spirit. And it don't work in the carnal. No, you got to put the work in. You got to put some labor into yourself. And it's the same principles that we're speaking on in the sense of not being idle, being productive, occupying yourself. Sometimes rising early. Sometimes staying up late.
Hey, Benjamin Franklin had a beautiful saying. He said, "Early to bed and early to bed and early to rise makes a man stronger, live longer, and wise." And the scriptures speak about rising early to do your work, man. You know, to you go up. When the sun come up, you come up. When the sun go down, you go down. If you follow that clock, that scale right there, and I know, of course, in the spirit, man, what's going on in Babylon right now. Hey, it's kind of hard to follow that clock, right? But hey, when we get in the kingdom of heaven, man, that's the clock that we're gonna follow, man. When the sun come up, we come up. When the sun go down, we go down. We get into relax mode. But while that sun is up, it's pushing that energy out. That sun is working as well, and it's pushing the spirit out on everybody else to maneuver and do what they got to do. So that's why, like what the brother I was saying, man, if I have a field and I have given the same amount of seeds to plant in the time of working, in the time of reaping, all right, or harvesting, not harvesting, but in the time of working, I got a field and I have seeds and I'm working. Now this brother's working harder than me, and then he see more of an increase. What do I look like in the time of harvest going over to this brother
talking shit?
Yeah, talking shit, and then trying to go to this brother's field and try to grab and collect what he planted and what he worked for. He put the work in for his fruit to grow as is. And my garden's over here withering away, and then I'm getting mad at him like, I'm saying, but he had more seeds than me. Yeah, he had more water.
That's where that spirit of covetousness that comes in.
And all because you're not laboring, you're not really putting in that work to see your own individual increase. Okay?
Now, I just be real quick. I'm gonna let y'all go. Since you said that, this is Proverbs 13:4. The soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing. It's like the brother said, man. Here it is. You see another brother's working. He's producing, and he sees the what do you call it? He sees the fruits of his labor. But here you got a sluggard. Expecting to have the same thing that the diligent brother has, but he was being a slugger. He wasn't occupied. He wasn't productive. It says the soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat. So that's basically land back in what the brother said, man.
I got the meaning of that word sluggard, and it's dictionary. I say a person who is habitually inactive A lazy person.
Yeah, it's a habitual, like basically it's a bad habit, man. You know, it's a demon. It's a demon. Yeah, if you got that habit, you got that demon in you, you gotta purge it off. Man. You know, that's the first step is acknowledging that you got that on you. If you don't acknowledge it, if you don't see it, it's going to just get worse.
That's right. Yep. I got the etymology of the word lazy too. Yeah. This is the etymology of the word lazy. It says from the 1540s, lycee, of persons adverse to labor, action, or effort. A word of unknown origin, all right, though thought to be from lay as tipsy. All right. You know, and it says slack, feeble, tired, weak. That's what you are when you're lazy, man, in the spirit. You know, when you're a lazy cat in the spirit, man. All right. You look at as feeble, weak, all right, not given to work.
Right.
All right. This is an actual labor that we're attached to. This is not a fraternity. This is not a Greek fraternity, man.
Right.
Yeah, a boys club. You know, the boys club. You know, this ain't one of those things, man. All right. This is you are literally attached to a job. All right. This is not a game. This is not a movement. You know, a new black movement.
There's some new hashtag on social media. Man.
Right. Hashtag Hebrew Israelites. And you just want to look the part. But when it comes time to put in work, you take the back seat and I'm gonna let everybody else put in work, and then when it's time for the harvest to come, you want to reap. You want to reap more than what you even put in. You want to reap more than what the next brother even put in.
It's the spirit of a nigga. Yeah. That's what niggas do. Niggas will watch you do all, like, if you've ever, whether you was in high school or if you attended a little bit of college, you know, if you're in group projects, and you got that one nigga in the group, you don't do no research, you don't make the PowerPoint, you don't do no work.
Buy the board.
You don't buy material, you don't open his house up for you to come do the work, you don't meet up, none, you got all the excuses. Then when that professor give out the paper to evaluate the group, it says, how would you rate everybody? He looking for everybody to give him a good rate. That's the spirit of a low grade nigga. And if you're lazy within this walk, you're a nigga and your number's gonna be pulled soon.
Yeah.
That's just the reality of it. If you're lazy, you're going to get your number pulled.
No, go ahead. I just gonna say that on the sift in Israel, you know, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because the men that are diligent is gonna eventually sift you out. Who do you think the Most High is gonna use? So when you're amongst the men of the Lord, man, they're gonna eventually, you know, because they're shepherds. Mm-hmm. So they're gonna look to see what your true qualities are, man. If those are, you know, like I was saying, if those qualities are evaluated to be, you know, when the paper comes back to be, you know, like a 0 or minus. But some men, I'm gonna tell you at that council, now you know you have like a minus. You were in the minus. All you have to do is stay humble, and brothers were still humble, were still merciful. No one was saying we wanted this, we wanted that. Right? Nobody was like that.
We didn't desire for it to get to this point, but that's where the spirit led it to.
Yeah.
I know. You ain't receiving the counsel, man. But, you know, it is what it is. It's already in stone. We moving past that.
Yeah, he's old news.
Right. We moving past that. We got business to take care of, and we willing to take care of that. We pray that Yahweh Shema Shai keep that spirit on us, man. All right. Yeah, as far as, you know, that situation and that, man, you know, we looking past that, man. All right. If you don't want to labor, you put in the work to bring forth the kingdom and do what you got to do. But that's what we understand what we're involved.
So,
yeah,
this is Ecclesiasticus 33:27. It says, "Send him to labor, that he be not idle."
Woo. Yeah, read that again.
Send him to labor, that he be not idle.
Now, did not Yahweh send forth us to work, so that we won't be just sitting here soaking up this American society? All right, just sitting around watching Nick at Night and all that.
Martin episodes and shit.
Yeah, Fresh Prince and all was that all that. You know, Team Nick.
And watch everything on demand.
Yeah, you know, then you old Jake watching TV One, Unsung, and all that shit.
Griffin and shit. Yeah.
You know, hey, the Lord sent us forth with understanding so that we will have something to do in these turbulent times, man. We'll have something to put our spirit into. And you gotta work it, man. So that's why the Lord says, send forth the servant that he be not idle. Go ahead.
It says, send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil.
Idleness teacheth much evil. That's a cold cut. That's a beautiful scripture, man.
Yeah.
Idleness teaches much wickedness, man. All right. And if you ever, you know how they say, you idle an engine.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what gain do you get from a engine that's going idle? You don't get nothing but fumes in the air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And you lose. And what happens? You lose gas.
Yeah.
All right. But when you got that car and drive, right? What's happening? You knocking miles off. You able to get to your destination, get certain things accomplished because now that engine is actually working. It's putting forth effort to move that actual vehicle.
Right.
Okay. And your engine is what? Your spirit.
Right.
And that's what drives you. That is spiritual. This is like the oil. The scriptures, and that's what drives your engine. That's what drives you to be better in this truth, right? That's what drives you to even be an overall better Israelite, man. Not just somebody that can recite, what the scriptures say, but somebody that actually put it in motion, that show you how to walk the scriptures. And it takes time, but you got to work towards it, man. I got something real quick coming later. Yeah, this is Galatians 6:9. Feel free. It says, for he, I'm going to start at 8. Oh, that's yet. I will bring it out. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall also, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting.
Yeah, like the brother. Shalom to all the Akim in the comment section.
Shalom to you, Akim.
I saw the brother Kasap saying, men will be idle in the truth, but productive in the flesh. It's like you said, you got to pray for that balance. I think Rob actually said that. I saw that, bro. Yeah. You got to pray for that balance because that's the key to it. Okay, you can't be, because the scriptures speak about not being not over righteous, man. You got to find that balance. All right, so you gotta be productive because if you just a man and this is just you 24/7. Hey, how you gonna have toilet paper to wipe your own ass? How you gonna eat? How you gonna eat? All right, how you gonna have a place to rest your head? How you gonna have a computer? It costs money to have a laptop to do live streams, man. To fish for the elect.
And we not living in the spirit world right now. We living in the flesh, right? But we have to tap into the spiritual world in order to move in the physical world. Right. So you got to balance the both of the two, man.
That's right.
That's why. What did Paul say? Paul spoke about what? He know how to be a base and to abound. He know how to be hungry and to be full, man. So you got to know how to get into these scriptures, soak into the scriptures. And then you got to go out into the world and apply. Yeah. But that's all you're doing. Right. But you just have some men that's right here. Bible, like the brother say, Bible so pressed into your face that you pull it down, you see the words and wrap it into your skin. Yes. Yeah. But then when it comes to actually applying these same words that you read and claim to believe, you drop the ball and you do the total opposite of what the scripture say you do. That's why the Lord tells you to be temperate in all things. Right. Godliness with contentment is great gain. You got to know how to balance the spirit with the flesh, man. That's how you conquer it, man.
Mm-hmm. Because you get men that they microwave prophets. right? They want to soak up all every last vowel and every last word, right? Every last thing that's in the scriptures, but then they don't have the actual essence of it because the substance of it because they're not out here. You know, it's like this. You know, scriptures speak about us being, you know, we come back as babes. Yeah, right. You know, your first few years, you know, if you got a child, you know, you got a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, you keep them in arm's length of at all times. But then once you reach, as a child reaches a certain age, as a child becomes 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, you allow them a little more liberty. Go outside, play with your friends, go down the block, go across town. You know, and then what you expect your child to do what? Apply all the lessons and words and rules and things that you've instilled in them. But you got a lot of men that's been in this walk, you know, some of them maybe 5 to 10 years, and they still operate as an infant. That you got to get out here. You can't know that the black woman is Satan unless you've actually experienced the black woman being Satan. Mm-hmm. You can't speak about Esau riches or envy in the wicked because they have their riches if you've never even been around Esau. Right. Yeah. You got a lot of men that's the difference. That's the elevation from just simply being a parrot going up the totem pole to becoming a wise dragon in the realm of wisdom, man. Mm-hmm. You got to live this, man. You got to live it, man. Experiences. Yeah, it's like you say, apply thy heart. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and read verse 9 real quick. Yeah, come. And I'm going to let y'all brothers have it back. This is Galatians 6 and 9. This is the point. It says, and let us not be weary in well-doing. And that word goes back to being lazy. All right? Now, the scriptures say what? Endure all things for the elect's sake. So this labor that we're engaging, that we're involved with, is for the benefit of the elect. That's right. Meaning we have to work, we have to labor in order for the elect to come in. All right? So it says, be not weary in well-doing. This is a good work that we're doing, man. All right? Yep. It says, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So to the feet, like the scripture say, to the feeble, you know, to the feeble-minded brother, gird up, man. You know, show yourselves as men. Get out here on the battlefield and apply these scriptures in your day-to-day life, man. Yeah. All right. Does that mean just because you know the so-called white man is a devil that you act like every so-called white person that you come in contact with got the cooties? You know? Yeah. I don't talk to white people. I don't. You know, you go to a restaurant. You cursing the Edomite out, telling him he going into slavery and shit. But you know what? That's the spirit of a novice. That's the spirit of a novice because you just was Mr. Like we said, Mr. Bible knows knows this all pressed in the pages. But then when it comes down to experiencing it, you can't experience it and apply another level of scriptures. Being at peace with all men. If it be at possible, be at peace with all men. Like we always say, when we first came in, we was like that. Like every so-called white person we ran into, we was just like, man, fuck them. Yeah. But then you get to, hey, I tell these brothers all the time, man. When it come down to it, I know that for a fact. When it come down to if these devils try to put us on the news and try to demonize us, I know it's a whole lot of Edomites out here that give a good report about me. Like, no, not him. It couldn't be. It couldn't be him. You know why? Because the scriptures say a man who pleases the Lord even causes his enemies to be at peace with him. See, I got a scripture. Now look at the great men of the scriptures who apply wisdom. Daniel. They got high offices. Look at Joseph. Yeah. Look at Daniel. Look at Cornelius and look at Paul. You know, you had certain men that had high seats within their oppressor's kingdom, and because of the wisdom. You see, and they didn't go around saying, you know what, Nebuchadnezzar, you a heathen, and the Most High is going to destroy Babylon. You didn't go talking shit to his face. Nebuchadnezzar had the dream, and then he broke the dream down to him. Oh, better yet, Daniel, that broke the dream down to Nebuchadnezzar, he had a position in Babylon. He was the president of Babylon. So the Daniel had a spirit on him like, man, this is a heathen nation's rulership. I ain't doing shit, right? I'm just gonna wait. No, he put in the work. He did what he had to do in the physical, and he did what he had to do in the spirit, man. See, a lot of you men, that's how you know as you grow in this, you can start to see a lot of men, you're just bullshit artists. You're just bullshit niggas in garments that know a little bit of Hebrew. Because if you really believe that you're the sons of the power, okay, the Yasha Allah, man, there's nothing that you shouldn't be able to, you should believe that you can achieve everything, man.
Yeah.
You should have the spirit on you that, man, if I put my spirit to it, and if the Lord be with it, it's gonna happen. But a lot of you just bullshit artists, man. When it comes down to really being an Israelite in all aspects of your life, you fall short of it.
And just being patient and just working your work.
Yeah. Now let me bring this out real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 5, and you know what, 5 and outside 2, and by whom also we have access by faith. That's part of it. We have faith. Hey, if Yahweh Shemi Awashai is going to destroy all this land that we living in at this very moment and go beam us out, we have faith in that. How the hell do you not have faith that you could bring a few dollars in your pocket or or get yourself in shape or just do little carnal shit, man? Yeah. If you a man of the Lord, the spirit is supposed to defeat the carnal, defeat the flesh. Yeah. But a lot of you just weak. You just, because you're so weak to the flesh, you just give up. No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit you with something that applies more so to men that's been around for a longer period of time. We understand that brothers that's just coming out of the world, they gonna have certain ways about themselves.
That's right, man.
But they still gonna. You got certain brothers that's kind of young and they trying to adapt to to how things flow in the spirit, but they willing to adapt.
That's right.
And we can see that, and we can also see that certain men that's been around for a period of time, but it's like you what the fuck are you thinking about?
And what did Paul say? Paul say the Lord will wink at your ignorance. Yeah. That's where that comes in. When you young in this, the Lord will wink at it. Like, nah, give him some time. But you got men, like I say, you shouldn't be a man that's 10 years in the spirit operating like a goddamn infant. Right. What does that make you? That makes you retarded.
Yeah. That makes you simple-minded.
Not an upright man.
And it makes you slothful.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's why self-analysis. Hey, when you want to perform a job, right? What do you have to do? You got to look at yourself first and see why didn't it work the first time? What did I do? You ask anybody that created a top corporation here in America, ask them about the number of failures that they encountered, but ask them about the bounce back from the failure.
That's right.
They kept going. They kept working towards it. I think the owner of Starbucks, they say he failed over 206 times when he was trying to get Starbucks off the ground. It was so much groundwork of work that went on behind the scenes that people don't see. They just see a little green sign with a little witch on it. But they don't see the groundwork that it took to really get these businesses off the ground. Right. And that's where the respect for the apostles and the elders come in at, man.
See, that's where a lot of you, a lot of you niggas that within the fold of Israel call yourselves Israelites, because that's just what it comes down to. You just niggas, man. Yeah. This whole Babylon system puts this whole energy of overnight success, overnight celebrities. Yeah. There's no such thing. Here it is. Our Lord and Savior Yahushua had to go through all that he went through when he was Yahushua, then the times before when he was on the earth and all that, just to get the kingdom of heaven. Here he had to put in all this work, live through so much, get the experience, do all these things to finally reap what he sowed.
He's still putting in work.
And still putting in work. But a nigga wants to wake up to this truth and is have $1 billion in the bank account, a billion women, 1,000 children,
and don't work
for shit.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of a nigga. Yeah. All right, idleness is the spirit of a nigga. Man. I love Israelite. All right, I'm gonna keep going in this. It says into this grace wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulations work with patience. That's what he was saying in the business side. The man that started Starbucks and so many others, they had to go through the tribulations, right? The groundbreaking, the hard parts, the late nights.
Breaking up. Yeah, go ahead.
That's it. Even all the athletes that you Jakes like to look at, those guys put work in.
Yeah.
You know, those guys put legitimate work in. If you want to look up to like all you niggas out here, you line up for Jordans, you do everything, jump over heels for Jordans. Look at the work you put in.
Right.
Look at the work, you know. Niggas hate on LeBron, they hate on all these different, like even in baseball, if you look at soccer, American football, these guys put work in.
Yeah, like and that go to show what? They got to where they was at by not being idle.
By not being idle.
You got to take it to the Salaki, bro. And I'm gonna get it right back to you. Yeah. You got to take it to accountability to countless nights of watching film for 3 or 4 hours while you out clubbing.
After working on in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
After working, it's the same thing in the truth. You go, you do the work. You know, I saw Abba. He already put up two videos. You know, with Eating Myself, Eating Good, Slave Master. Because why? He went and he did the work. It's just like you go to the gym, you work out, you go home, you take a rest, you get up, you might watch film. Yeah, those guys, they get up, they watch film, they go take shots, they come back, they watch what they did. They go. It's the same thing in the truth. They do work.
When they go home,
you come home,
they meditate on practice, on the drive home.
Exactly. They may tell what they did wrong. They might be like, fuck it, I ain't going to go back in the gym. I'm going to take 50 more shots because I missed it right here.
Yeah.
It's the same thing too. You come home, you try to meditate on certain things. You're going to have demons attacking you because Satan is out here, man.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do well, you know, we got demons that trying to fuck us up.
Yep. Now you got certain niggas, let's say for instance, that don't really put work in like that. Let's use the NBA for instance.
Yeah.
Right? Now they, you know,
like Andrew Bunny.
Right. Now on the off season, niggas go to the club, the strip club, and they traveling all around the world, and they just splurging, shopping, smoking, eating wrong, drinking. Then when the season come back around, when it's time to, but then you got those rare few individuals in the league. They even on the off season, they in summer leagues. They doing classes, you know, doing summer classes and training camps. And they constantly working, constantly watching film, all not drinking, not smoking, not staying up late. Because you know why? Because they're given to their work.
They're productive.
And that's why the Lord said what? Be instant, in season, out of season. So on the off season, you got those certain niggas that just kick it.
Yeah.
You know, they go to the club, you see them on screen with Young Jeezy.
They want to be rappers.
Then they rapping. Look at Adrian Broner, get knocked out left and right.
Yeah.
But then, you know, then you got, you know, and that's how you got to be in the spirit. That's why, hey, that winter time is really that laboring time.
Yeah.
That's the time where you know you got a lot of the sun go down early. You can read right in your house. You can do videos. You can study.
Right.
Yeah. You know, you can teach when there ain't gonna be a lot of people out there, or you know, people just trying to go back and forth due to the cold. You can actually really be getting it in.
You know why? Because if you look at winter as a whole, what happens on the physical side with the land? All right, during the winter months, the cold, the land, because you already passed the harvest. That's the fall time, right?
Yeah.
Once you get to winter, you let the land kind of sits for a season. Right. It gets its nutrients back. You prepare the farmers don't just sit on their ass during the winter. They get the land prepared so that they can plant the seeds come the proper time. Whatever, depending on the plant whatever plant they're planting. Spring, depending on weeks or whatever, you know, their own science of it. But the point of it is that the land is gaining its nourishment. That's what you're supposed to be doing during the fall. The winter, same thing. We come from the earth. It tells you that in the book of Genesis. From the earth and the Lord said, from the earth we come, and the earth we shall return. Yeah. So we're kind of one with the earth in that sense. So you got to apply the same things. You got to, during the winter months when it gets harder, all right, it's cold, you lose certain motivation.
Demons, it's like you know, there's more demons out here because of the high demonic activity of Christmas and New Year and Halloween and Thanksgiving.
If I could say too though, those are things where, you know, I look at it like men who are really in the faith, man, they welcome those things, man. Because what brothers are saying right now, you really want to be out there and building the spirit, where you know there ain't not many demons. Which honestly, most demons be out there in the winter time, man. Because that's like Halloween is coming up, like the brother that said Christmas season is high. They got Thanksgiving, they got the New Year's Day. So all of the demons be coming out all dressed up, and Esau likes the cold too. So, but in the spirit, you know, it's like we're like, yeah, we want to see, man, Lord willing, lower than some shit happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like let these people see, you know, your power, man. Because we out there really, you know, we're in a time, you know, acts where we're gonna start seeing wondrous things coming out here because there's a lot of evil on the earth, man.
Yeah, and that's how the wicked is going to be taken out. But hey, you know, all the way to veer, all the way back to the original point is of working, man.
Yeah. Can I bring
working, man. You know, this truth causes you to labor. The Most High ain't just gonna allow you to enter into the kingdom by lip service, man.
Right.
That was done before, man.
Right.
Hey, hold. Okay, back it up. Hey, get Nehemiah 9:26.
This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord.
Woo! Be ye steadfast and unmovable, and always abounding, meaning growing in the work, man. Mm-hmm. If you get into a stagnant state of mind, you better recognize yourself. Mm-hmm. You better pray to Yahweh Shema Shai to get you to get you, you know, give you some more oil to, you know, to unlock your gear shifts.
Yeah.
You know, because that's usually when your gear shift is it locks up due to lack of oil.
Transmission.
You know, and you know, you're running low on oil, which is what? The scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures. You got to constantly go back into it and indulge and get more of that oil to get your spirit going, man.
That's right.
Because if not, your engine gonna lock up. And you know, and it comes from idleness.
It says that your labor is not in vain in the Most High.
That's right, man. That your labor, your work, your occupation, your duty, your convocation is not in vain, man. All right? You got a lot of guys that put their hand to this plow and all that work that they did, all that shit talking, and all the, you know, the garments that they made, and you know, the times, you know, going out to the highways and byways, all that stuff that they did went in vain. Because they wasn't steadfast, they wasn't unmovable in their work.
Hey, well, when you in the world of working on houses and building, you could be on a job site and get 90% of that house done. But you fuck up and you get fired or removed, you're not gonna get paid. You're not gonna get your pay for what you did. You might get a portion of it, but you're not gonna get the whole portion of it. Now the man that'll come in and finish, that last not 10% of the job, he might get all the pay.
Yeah,
right. So it's not like you said. You gotta finish. The scriptures speak about finishing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. I got some. You want Nehemiah real quick?
Yeah, because you know it gets to a point where the Most High get tired of the talk.
Yeah.
That's what Israel like to do, is talk that talk, man.
Yeah.
And act like the Most High is dealing with Israel or dealing with you individually on some exclusive level.
Yeah.
No, the Most High gonna check you according to your works, and by you working, it increases your faith. They go hand in hand, man. All right, you can't have one without the other. All right, that's how the Most High is judging us, man. Yeah. According to the works that we perform within this faith.
Yeah.
All right, now read. That's right.
You know.
So read. Now you can talk all that talk. I got faith. I got faith this, and I got faith that. But what are you doing? What are you doing? The Most High ain't dealing with that talk no more. He already dealt with that.
Yeah.
All right, now read that out.
9:36.
26.
All right. This is Nehemiah 9:26. Nevertheless, they were disobedient and rebelled against thee,
Go ahead.
and cast thy law behind their backs, and slew thy prophets, which testified against them, to turn them to thee, and they wrought great provocation.
Go ahead.
Therefore thou deliverest them into the hands of their enemies, who vexed them, and in the time of their trouble, when they cried unto thee, thou heardest them from the heavens, and according to thy manifold mercies, thou gavest them saviors.
Right. See? So what would Israel do? They would go out, worship idols, get put into captivity, all right? Cry on the Lord would deliver them. All right? This is the cycle that Israel was doing. And he's done this multiple times. And it wasn't because of what they did. It was because they called on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, and it was because of his manifold mercies. not because of what the children of Israel was doing. The acts that they were doing were righteous. It was the Lord mercy that why he delivered Israel out of it. All right, now continue, bro.
Thou gavest them saviors who saved them out of the hand of their enemies.
The book of Judges. Go ahead.
But after they had rest, they did evil again before thee. Therefore leftest thou them in the hand of their enemies, so that they had the dominion over them. Yet when they returned and cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven.
See, so the Lord did it again. All right, as soon as he delivered them and let them go back and, get right, they got idle. They started worshiping idols. All right, and other guys, they got away from the Lord. He sent them in captivity. As they were being oppressed in captivity, Israel would scream and pray to Yahweh Shema Shai. He would hear it. And he would send up a deliverer and set them free again. Now, this is an actual cycle. Now, how did Yahweh Shema Shai break that cycle? When Yahweh Shai came, all right, and not only did he talk the talk, he walked the walk, leaving what? No excuse for the next man to do or try to exemplify what Yahweh Shai did. All right, that's how the cycle was broken. Yeah. So now the Lord saw that Yahweh Shai not only talked the talk, but he walked the walk. Now he's holding each and every individual to that same standard of not just talking that shit, but you got to get out here. You got to work, man. You got to put work in these videos. When it comes to dealing with the brotherhood, all right, if you know you're gonna have something going on, all right, with the brotherhood and for that particular day, communicate, man. Don't go into a state of oblivion where you're not answering the phone, you're not really communicating properly. You got to get in. Hey, communication is key when you involved in the business.
That's right.
The management got to be communicating, the supervisors communicate, the owners communicate. Everybody got to be on the same accord. So when you're carrying out an operation in a business, communication is pivotal.
I got it. All right, real quick. This is
y'all brothers got it.
I was just in my mind. I was thinking how idleness leads to idols, as we were just speaking. So I just was like, man, let me see if there's a god of idleness, right? So there's a Garia, if I'm saying it correctly, it's a Greek word, which means inactivity. And it says Agaria is a goddess in Greek mythology, a personification of sloth, idleness, idolescence, and laziness. You see, being lazy, that's like we said, it's a true demon. Yeah. You really if you're not giving your energy in the proper form to Yahweh Shema Shai, you're being lazy, you're being idle, because energy, you don't lose energy. That's basic physics. It's just transfers. All right, like how the scriptures speak about the kingdom is how's it go? The kingdom is translated to another.
Yeah.
All right, that's power. Power is being translated to another. The kingdom is not going to be an idle time. Yeah. But there's not going to be no ruler.
We are literally revving up spiritual energy.
That's right.
Through our works. Because what are we doing? All right, it's a spiritual transfer. All right, you got the brothers here in the flesh, you got the other brothers in Yahweh Shema Shai in the spiritual realm. And what are we doing? We sending prayers up, we blessing the Lord. We send to us His Spirit, His Holy Spirit. And now, what is He doing? He's pushing, as He's pushing His Spirit on us. We're actually, throwing back more energy to the Heavenly Father. We trade energies. It's a transfer of energy. And that energy is not doing anything but revving up, like with water, right? They say with rushing water, you can bring a city to life.
That's right.
With water, moving water, that can actually be used as a fuel to generate light, man, to generate energy.
That's why Esau builds these dams.
Right. So in the spirit world, we say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, but those blessings go a long way. And then in return, we ask what? We ask the Lord to bless us. So when we send those prayers up, the Most High sends more blessings back down. And we send them back up, and He sends them back down. And that constant energy, all right, is being revved up from the spirit world to the flesh until it totally depletes this place. That's why you must be lazy.
Hey, listen.
All right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. It says, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion."
Woo! Read that again.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. It says, "For wisdom is more moving than any motion."
That's a cold cut, man.
Yeah.
It says wisdom is more moving than any motion. Wisdom is faster than a Lamborghini Veyron.
Wisdom is faster than the speed of light.
Faster than the speed of light, man. That's why the scripture say wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. Just look at the time span from when the truth came into the earth all the way up until now. And look at the dent, the major impact that the truth has had on this world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Quick. But look at the time it took for Esau to really establish his enterprise. It took centuries.
Hell yeah.
It took centuries to rev up that wicked energy, man.
He had to do it, fall down, and then come back and do it again.
Yeah. But now, yeah, you know, he had to constantly keep trying. And look at what it achieved. But here it is, you know, from 1969, roughly 1970, all the way up into 2017, which is going on, what's that, 50 years into 2020? And look at the amount of damage this truth has done to this world, man. You know? And that goes to show that wisdom is a very, very fast, it moves at a rapid pace, man. Because Yahweh Shai is what? The quickening spirit.
Mm-hmm.
He quickens that wisdom within the world to bring it to naught, man. We crushing and destroying any and everything in our path through the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Why? Because we're transferring energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a transference of energy that we can't see with the naked eye.
That's right.
You gotta understand what's happening. But go ahead.
You gotta be spiritual.
You gotta be spiritual. Go ahead, Al.
She passeth and goeth through all things by the reason of her pureness.
Yeah, see? Because of the purity of wisdom. These people didn't even the wicked know what we're saying is right. They just can't conform to it. Because it ain't embedded within their DNA. That's why it irks them so much, man. Because they know what we're saying is right. When we say that homosexuality is an abomination, they know deep down in their spirit that we're right. They know that, you know, when we bring out all the atrocities and the wickedness of the so-called white man, the wickedness of the black woman, these black women be cut because they know what we're saying is true.
Yeah.
But when they come back and they try to argue with us, and they try to throw stuff at us, are we cut? No. We're not cut. Why? Because it's all false.
That's right.
You can't come up against it because what we're saying is pure energy. We're speaking pure energy that you can't handle. That's why the elite want to set up this, you know, a crackdown on the Israel. They want to come up against this, you know, this whole spiritual ass whooping that we handle.
That's right.
We out on the forefront, man. We in the marketplace in front of everybody. You elitists have yet to encounter us face to face.
That's right.
And just let's have a dialogue. No, you want to devise all kind of stuff behind the scenes. All right?
That's right.
Because you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
And you're dealing with pure energy and you're getting cut, man.
Yeah.
You're getting so cut. And we deflecting all your demons that you're pushing out on us, trying to push out on us.
Yeah.
You see it ain't working. So now the whole Google thing, you see it ain't budget. So now you want to come back with something else that's not going to work. Because we're literally dealing with a pure vibration, a pure energy that can't be taken down.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you come with this next thing that you think is going to work, watch what Yahweh Shai do to his men, to trump you. Right? You set Trump up, so you want to try to sit up here and devise all these, you know, this whole crackdown on the Israelites and put us in a bad light. But watch what Yahweh Shai does to push that.
He's got the records.
Yeah, he got, you know what it is. Man. That's why you elite. You're scared to really make a move. But the Most High forcing your hand because this truth is too much right now. Mm-hmm. So you want to try to devise wickedness. What's going to end up happening on the Yahweh Shai? He's going to make a move on the right hand side that you wasn't prepared for.
That's right,
sir.
And they don't understand like the Most High controlling both sides. You got chase that play. They play chess like against themselves. You know how they move the pieces? That's the Most High, man. He's controlling the right hand side and the left hand side. So you elites, man. You know everything that you're doing, the Most High's making you do. All right. Like the brother's saying, the righteous side is always going to trump the wicked side, man. Every time.
Yeah. I got one more verse. This is verse 25. It says, "For she is the breath of the power of the Most High." See, like you were saying, that transfer of energy. Right. The Lord is this spiritual CPR to us, man.
Yeah.
Brought us back to life.
Gave that understanding. That's the scriptures say he breathed into man the breath of life. That wasn't talking about an actual pump of air.
Right.
Spirit. That's the spirit of understanding. All right. And that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, you know, and that's what we're dealing with here. That's the spirit that Esau tried to blot out. This whole society, this whole kingdom is based off of subverting or suppressing truth.
Yeah.
They spend trillions of dollars just to hide truth. Why? Because it's so strong. Yeah. It's too strong. Hey, you can't combat it, man. Yeah. But go ahead. Yeah.
No. It's going into exactly what you're saying. It says, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. And in the sidebar, it says by influence, it says the stream flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Stream. See, like you said, Esau, he tried his best to block that stream going to us. But water goes where it wants to go. Yeah. He tried to put his dams up on us by blocking it. Hey, but the scriptures tell you Isaiah 30 and I believe 20 says you like a breaching wall ready to burst. Yeah. Right. All right, here he is. Try to stop it, but you can't stop this flow, man. This flow is happening.
Even you guys that's in Israel, you wicked dudes that come trying to stop the flow of Yahweh Shai. You put the spirit on somebody else to endure and push, man.
That's right.
You can't break down, or the scriptures say you can't pluck out that which is in the hand of the Lord.
That's right.
You can't do it. It's impossible, man. The scripture say what, bro? It said you can do nothing against the truth.
That's right.
Before it. Everything, even when men be bugging out and losing their mind, that's in GMS. You're fulfilling prophecy, man.
That's it.
The elite, when you crack down on us, you're fulfilling prophecy. You know?
You cut the grid off and you put troops in the streets. It's all prophecy.
You think that you're doing something that's just miraculous and groundbreaking, that if we do this right here, this gonna work. You fulfilling prophecy. All these things were written about. Whether you guys that come in the truth and try to, you wolves that come in and try to catch away the sheep, it's prophecy.
Men not enduring sound doctrine.
Yep. Right. Men scoffing and talking shit. It's just prophecy. You ain't doing nothing but confirming the truth to the elect.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing.
Yeah. We just living out the movie now, man. The script was already written. All the characters, all the roles they're supposed to play, all that was written out, man. So we just living it out. Like the brother said, from the scoffers, to brothers doing the work, everybody's playing their role, man. It's all, like you said, all according to prophecy.
Yeah, correct. And that's the beautiful thing. But go ahead, Zach.
No, I was going to say, so with knowing that, man, I mean, fulfill the prophecy, because many times where a lot of prophecies are coming to pass. What man of man shall he be? Right. What are you going to be doing this time, man? Are you going to be working, putting in the work, getting up, early, doing what you got to do? I mean, doing your videos and all that stuff is like, it's just should just come naturally, man. It's like brushing your teeth. After a while, it's like you're Israelite. It's a time where, man, I'm trying to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to get out of here, and do what I gotta do. So you gotta do what? Follow the examples of the men ahead of you.
That's right.
And the men, from the apostles on down, they set a good example. That's why we give double honor to the apostles and the elders who rule well in Israel, because they're being diligent. Okay, if I could be allowed to read the scripture, this is 2 Peter 3:14. It says, "Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace."
Now, when you look into that word diligent, all right, it goes deep. deeper into the definition of a place of confinement, a prison. Diligence, all right, is a very key thing in this truth. You got to constantly be willing to seek, man, to dig, all right, to work until the job is complete. That's what diligence is, man. You got to be held captive to this truth. How old were you at? Somebody get Zechariah 9 and 12 about the child. You know where you at, but you're going to go right back to it. I just want to hit a point real quick. All right, Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12.
Zechariah 9 and 12. It says, turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope.
Yeah. So you got to be in a place of confinement. You got to be a prisoner to what? Yahweh Bashim was shot. And what do a prisoner do? Do a prisoner, if the guard come and tell you, or the deputy come in and he tell you, go wash the dishes, what are you going to do?
Go wash the dishes.
You're going to go wash the dishes.
Yeah.
You have no say-so in the matter. So when we come into this faith, okay, of ours, you know, because a lot of people don't believe in this faith that we believe in.
Right.
So this thing of ours, this faith of ours, when you come into it, you got to be ready to work at command. Right? You got to be ready to work at command.
Yeah.
Not because, you know, I'm going to work because it's just convenient for me. I'm going to work it like this.
Sure.
You know, I'm going to work it like this, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just how, you know, how my life flows. And I, you know, I can't, I'm not going to get, I want it to slide through. The Most High going to inconvenience you because Yahweh Shai was inconvenienced with his work as well.
That's right.
Certain things he had to battle through and he had to fight through, but he still fought through it and got the work done. So what more of us that's trying to be joint heirs to Yahweh Shai? We're going to have to be, you know, be able to carry out the work in positions of being uncomfortable. That's just how it goes. You know, so get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Right.
Because it goes a long way. But the scriptures say, call you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Now, when you give diligence, all right, into something, that means you put your mind towards it, man. All right, here it is, the same wisdom that we're looking into, right? We diving into the scriptures, and it seems like because we doing this, we getting our asses kicked. But we constantly go back for more. You know? As we catch hell, because if we know why we catch hell is because of the truth. So why don't we just close up the book? No, we constantly keep digging for more. We keep digging for more, man. That's a prisoner, man. That's diligence. Even though it might be a stronger ass kicking that's gonna come, you still keep going. That just was getting confounded, you know, not confounded, but he was, you know, like, woe is me, what should I do when the day comes? But guess what he would do? He would still ask questions. He would still inquire.
I got a question for you, brother. It says in Romans 12:1, it says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, be the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies in living sacrifice.
That's right. Now, does that mean, you know, you go and slice your neck up? No. I mean, going out to the highways and byways, losing a couple hours of sleep to get the job done. Driving halfway across town if you have to. Right? Like this brother right here, Albert, you know, he worked early mornings, but he, you know, sometimes he had to sacrifice a little sleep here and there. You know, I had to do the same thing. This brother had to do it. We still willing to do it. You know, you might have to, you know, sacrifice a couple of dollars for a brother. You know?
If I can speak on that too, you know, like, because a lot of men out here in Israel like to use their job, and I was saying that earlier. The brother that said it again, they like to use their jobs as like you know, a stumbling block, so to speak. You know, yeah, you gotta wake up early. That's why balance is key. That's why you gotta know when it's time. Hey man, I gotta, you know, like we did a video last week. I mean, me and brother Kashikwala and dealing with you know, keeping your bodies in order, man. Drinking water, stuff like that keeps you constantly, you know, in balance. You know, we're here, we're in a situation where we gotta apply these things that we're actually reading. So in order to do that, you gotta be sincere. You know, so when you're being diligent, it forces you to be sincere, man. Because then you have to do these things. You have to wake up and do. You have to actually, you know, walk the talk. You know, so you know, it goes hand in hand. You know, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah,
Back.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. This is 2 Peter 3:14. It says, "Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, being diligent, that ye be found in him in peace, without spot and blameless." Because when you do things and you stay in order, you know, you go into the Most High comes, man, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you're a pure vessel.
Yeah,
You purged out so many of the impurities that you gained from this dross society.
and you do that by doing the work, by constantly staying in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. And in doing that, you're gonna encounter a lot of hardships. You're gonna be around men that you may not feel comfortable with, because why? Because maybe you have certain issues or demons on you that brothers may able to see and help get them off of you, man. But you gotta be strong enough to be able to like withstand that. You know, withstand that and go through and be like, all right, well, what's the main focus here? Get up, you know, be diligent, labor, do the work. Let me keep doing that. And then if, you know, you take, because the Most High speaks to you through men, you know. So you gotta know when, you gotta be spiritual.
Hey, but you'll have certain men, all right, that wake up and the first thing pop in their head is to do a scoff video against GMS.
Right.
Ain't read no scriptures, ain't prayed, ain't done anything for Yahweh Shem outside. The first thing they do is they wake up, they fart, they go in the kitchen, eat a bowl of Captain Crunch. All right,
watch the
they
videos.
mix Captain Crunch with Rice Krispies treats.
Yeah.
And they eat, they drink whole milk.
They sprinkle sugar on top of it.
Yeah, put sugar on top of it, and then they go and they cut on a BT. You know, and then they sit on their computer and they put together a GMS scarf video. Ain't done nothing for Yahweh Shem Shai. And then niggas that do it, they think that that's affecting us.
Right.
Like we going home and we really meditating on that.
Yeah, man, because the scripture say, yo, man, that's the best. You know, you gotta be thinking, you gotta try to be without spot and blemish. Making a video towards GMS has nothing to do with the word.
What about you?
What about you? Scripture says, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yeah.
So you out there pushing out these videos and talking shit behind the scenes. You know, a lot of niggas are, you know, common board chicken niggas, you know, that's out there that's talking, that's not doing the work, man. You know, like the brother said, they wake up, first thing they're trying to do is eat some bullshit and think about their jobs and think, well, yeah, y'all talking about staying in order with work. I still do my work, and I send my tithes and I'll do this stuff, but you're not really doing the work. You know,
You be a friend of the prophet.
I'm gonna be a friend of the prophets. I'm gonna fall back. And a lot of men, they wake up, the first thing they do, they check Instagram, they check their Facebook. And I know that for a fact, they check their phones, period. You know, go to the Lord and you know, you can get up and go wash up and send some prayers to the Most High. A lot of people, they live through their phones, man. You know what I'm saying? They're on there. That's why these dumb niggas in UPK use it to say, well, that's a chick, that's a mark of the beast to America and all that shit. No. Just, you know, just to curse you niggas out, man. Y'all some fucking real stupid, low-grade fucking niggas in the ICPK, man. Fuckos, man. Y'all some real fucktards. You know? Because y'all two get up and y'all think y'all doing something, man. Y'all not doing a goddamn thing. But, you know, that's because y'all not being diligent and not being diligent, not being circumspect. Right. Because Yohanan, they're not on their watch, you know. And really it boils down to the fact that y'all not part of the elect. Okay? Right. Y'all not part of the elect. You know, a lot of y'all are gonna be destroyed here in America. That's just what it is. You know, the Most High is looking for his elect. Yeah, you know, and his elect men are gonna be diligent, are gonna labor, are gonna put the work in. And why? Because we see it. We see in our apostles and the elders that they do the work. Yeah. They do the work. You know, Elder Yashawamba, anybody who's here right now in Israel can attest. This man does the work. Apostle Taha, Apostle Gabad, Apostle Ramla. Apostle Ramla was here. YouTube was telling him, you can't even go live. You've been doing too much. And I'm going to say something. The night before, he told me he felt like he wasn't doing enough. Right. So what manner of man are you to be in the day when the Most High comes, man? Are you going to be seen blameless or without spot?
Yeah.
Are you diligently working in this man? Are you really? Do you really love Yahweh Shem Yahushua? The two greatest commandments: love the Most High and love your brother, brethren, man. Show brotherly love.
If I say, like, we got to give a shout out to the brother, what's the GMS Great Waters too. One of the brothers did a video a while back. He's like, look, man, you don't want to be caught up. You know, Esau snatch you up, throw you back in the black van, and you sitting there in handcuffs thinking, damn, I should have did more video. You know, I should have came up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. You don't want those thoughts in your mind, man. Just start bugging out, man.
Yeah, the scripture say give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Right. You're gonna have to be sure-minded, like the scripture speaks about a suretyship.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be sure-minded going into that day of tribulation that I did all this through sincerity. I was sincere and I did the best that I could.
Right.
So, all right, we're gonna close it out in a minute.
Okay, this is Sirach 2:10. It says, "Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Most High and was confounded?"
No. Now check this out. I said that any that trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua was confounded. No. Because why? Because all the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua did.
Mm-hmm.
They did. They worked. They weren't idle. They did They did what the Lord told them to do. When the Spirit came on Moses and told him to flee, he fled.
Right.
When the Spirit moved on him and told him to go back into Egypt and do this, all right? Go this is my name. You go back to the children of Israel, you tell them this, you tell them that, you do this, you do that. He did it. He didn't just talk it, man.
Right.
All right. When the Spirit of the Lord moved on King David, he did what the Lord told him to do. Right. And all the other prophets and the apostles and the disciples and the brethren, whenever the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua moved on and told them to do something, they did it.
Right.
All right. Leaving no room for idleness or Satan to creep up in.
Yeah.
All right. And that's why you got to work this work. If you ain't willing to come into this thing and really work and labor and put time into this thing and develop your life. All right. Because hey, if you're a part of the elect, you're gonna gain life. So you gotta know how to live, man. Right. In the spirit first, before you can get to the goodies. You gotta know how to maneuver. You gotta know how to maneuver in murky waters, man. In order to get to the good ground, man. Right. So work your work. Build yourself up in the spirit. That's the only way you're gonna grow. You ain't gonna grow in the spirit by repeating what you heard another brother say on the video.
Using his stories to fit in your life.
Mm-hmm. Right. Go ahead, Al.
Kind. It says, "Or did any abide in the spirit and was forsaken?" Mm-hmm. And a lot of you men don't have to fear the Lord in you, man. A lot of you people out here in Babylon, that's why you're gonna get burnt up, because you don't have to fear the Lord in you. It says, "Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" Mm-hmm. And you gotta have that day to call on the Most High in that day, which that day is soon upon us, man. And we're the only, I brought up UPK. I think we can go into all the other fucking retards out there, bug ups. I don't give them props, but they don't even call on the name. They don't even think it's all about doctrine. To them, it's just like, oh, we know we're Israelites and we just do it. No, man, you call on the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because that's the name that's going to deliver you out of this place. But in order to do that, you got to walk and follow his commandments to the best of your ability while you're here in Babylon.
That's right. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there, and we're going to constantly put this out there. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite group. Yeah. We're not affiliated with ISUPK. We here at Great Millstone with the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're not affiliated with ISUPK. We're not affiliated with GOCC. We're not affiliated with IUIC. We're not affiliated with no other Israelite camp but the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And that's that we put the stamp on it. All right. We don't don't deal with no other camp out here, you know, as far as you know what they do and what they teach.
Right.
A lot of you other Israelites ain't taking into account that the so-called white man gonna make a move on you.
Yeah.
And we separating ourselves from all that fuckery that you're doing, so that the Most High won't bring judgment on us in that day of tribulation.
Right.
So we getting away. We know we marking you, all right, and we separating ourselves from you.
Yeah. And like brother said earlier, it's all prophecy, man. This is all prophecy. Y'all about to get, y'all about to be, the Most High about to get y'all out of the way.
He ain't gonna lift up no standard for y'all, man.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
He only gonna lift up a standard for those that's been carrying themselves according to the will of Yahweh Shema Shai.
That's right.
All right.
If I can, I had that meaning that word standard. It is something considered by an authority, in which this case, the authority is Yahweh, you know, Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's the ultimate authority. Okay, it says something considered by an authority or by general consent as a basis or comparison, an approved model. Yahweh Shai being an approved model to show us an example. And when you look at the example of GMS, that's the closest example of how the prophets and how all the men of the Lord were. That's why we have the picture out there of Cesare Borgia and of the, you know, of a more correct depiction of Yahweh Shai out there on the highways and byways to give people a visual of what things are. Because, you know, you niggas are carnal. So even if you look at it from a carnal sense, they do the most work. In a spiritual sense, when you build up your spirit, you can see these men, you know, that's why it's a complete separation. Hence why, you know, the brother is saying, we are not affiliated with none of these motherfuckers, man. None.
No, we don't talk to them on the phone. We don't agree with everything that they say. And we totally separate from them. And by us doing such, Yahweh Shema Shai will lift the standard.
This is Proverbs 1. 1 and 15, it says, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. For their foot runs to evil and make haste to shed blood.
That's right. And that's what these other Israelites do, man. They want to sit up here and they want to pose on camera with guns and sit up here and act like this is a militant movement, Hebrew, Israelite warfare, and all of this crap. You know? Yeah, you got it up. Yeah, you got ISPK.
Yeah, kind of.
You got ISPK and their new, in their video intro, they got the automatic weapons in the background letting off, you know, in the beginning of their videos. You know, I mean, they're the energy that the Most High is pushing, man. You know.
Yeah, well, I hope they get the water they're looking for.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Esau to get you. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what they getting lined up, man. Yeah, you know, they getting lined up. You know.
Yeah, kind of.
We'll push that, man. Don't worry about that. Got the guns with the automatic weapons on you, you know.
So
yeah, that's what it is, man. So you gonna close out, get Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, Bobby.
This is Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might.
That's right. So, man, look, man, you know, in this truth, man, get up off your ass, all right? You know, do some reading, do some studying. Go out there, you know, try to get you a job if you ain't got one. Work your work. Do your thing, man. Become a man. Know how to deal with people.
Stay busy. Yeah.
Know how to interact with people, and really be a man of wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and not just be a hermit crab thinking that you're gonna, you know, putting a dent into the world.
Yeah.
You gotta actually live this faith. You gotta actually live this truth, man. You gotta show. You know, like the scriptures say, let your light shine, so shine before men. All right, so you gotta know how to maneuver throughout Babylon. You can't just talk that shit, but then behind the scenes you acting like a nigga from the West, like Snoop Dogg on Baby Boy.
Oh, haters. And if I could say it, me and her brother Gamal did a lesson a couple of weeks back, talking, you know, going into the Most High, not being a G. Don't just sit there and think you can just rub the scriptures, man, and just ask the Most High for whatever. You're not doing a goddamn thing, man. Yeah, you gotta put work in.
You gotta show him that you desire more.
All right.
Continue.
Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do,
do with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest.
That's right. So it says no work. Ain't no work gonna go with you in the grave, man. You ain't gonna be working while you in the grave. All right. So you want to make sure you put in enough time, enough work to make your calling and election sure, man. Right. Give that diligence and pull up on brothers, man. You got certain men, somebody always got to call you. Right. Somebody always got to push you. Right. Somebody always got to pick you up and tell you, let's do a lesson. You know? Yeah, well, won't you be the one that get up off your ass and call a couple brothers and say, hey, I was just thinking about y'all. I want to do a lesson. Oh, I'll pick you up for camp. You know, I got a topic on this. Y'all brothers look into this, and then we're going to do an in-depth focus on this. Be that brother, man. You know, be that brother that really pushes the next man beside you.
That's right.
You know, this brother should push me. I should push him. You should push this brother. All right? And that comes with what? Working, not being idle, man. And you always that one brother that always got to get a ride. Always got to stop me here and take me there. And, you know,
not pulling your own weight.
Not pulling your own weight. You ain't even doing nothing. Right. You ain't even trying to further yourself. Yeah. It ain't gonna, you know, the scriptures say what? None of that stuff go with you in the grave, man. So pull yourself together, be a man, like the scriptures tell you to be, handle your business, all right? Do what's sufficient enough for you to, you know, build yourself up, build your family up, build a brotherhood up, and work your labors, man. All right? So, you know, that's all I pretty much had. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. You want to bring something out real quick? Or?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, that's the back what the brother is saying. We got to continuously exhort each other, and that's going to the meaning of the word exhort, which is to urge, you know, advise, caution, earnestly, admonish urgently, you know, and which will push you, know, to actually do the thing that you got to do, you know, but you got to be humble enough to accept that and take that, you know. I just want to. You know, you went to that.
Yeah. So, you know, with that, man, idleness teaching much wickedness. All right. Be fervent in spirit, man. Be an active brother.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Be an active brother. So, you know, with that, we're gonna close it out. You gonna grab something?
Yeah, I grabbed one.
Yeah, we close it out on that note. That's the spirit.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 8:7, and it says, if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teacheth temperance and prudence, justice and fortitude, which are such things as men can have nothing more profitable in their life.
Yeah, man. So as you labor, it teaches, it gives you protection. All right, that's fortitude. All right, it protects you, it guides you, it nourishes you. It builds you up, all right. So be that brother that's involved in his labor. Don't be that brother that you know, you always got to question and be like, what is he doing?
Instead of brothers trying to always push you, you know, you got to bring yourself up the way you can help brothers.
Take initiative.
Yeah. Brothers need you too.
Yeah, take initiative, man.
Yeah, it's balance. It's like, you know, we went to take. Brothers keep taking initiative. You know, you may wake up early. You be like. Hit her brother a text, you see, you know, and you see how early you wake up, you're like, okay, you know, it's because you're taking initiative, or you're hitting them up, hey, bro, can I come up with you, do a video with you today, bro, or can we do it? And like you said on the message, hey, we got a class yesterday, you brothers have the notes, keep constantly, you know, showing brotherly love, you know, making sure Akim is okay. You know, we got men around us that require our help, man.
Yeah.
And the Most High require us to actually do the work.
Right, so hey, then make, you know, labor to enter into your rest. So we're gonna close it out. We're gonna give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who knew well. I also want to say peace, safety, and much love to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, shalom to the brother Samaka Math and all you other brothers that was on the comment board as well. Shalom to you, brother.
Shalom.